Hi, Tracy Busse here from Waveform Consulting. The second part of a question which my clients often ask, which is how can I present and be really successful at an interview? And my second lot of tips around this are pay attention to body language and be prepared for behavioral interviewing questions, and lastly to research the company. So let's start with body language. A good proportion of what we communicate, we actually convey through our body language, the use of our hands, our voice tonality, our facial expressions, and our positioning, the way we're sitting. It is really important to not be self-conscious of that in an interview, but be prepared for that. So my best suggestion around that is to just film yourself on a webcam or on your phone, answering a couple of questions. You can get someone to interview you or just have a series of questions and literally just answer them yourself. And really good learning tool is to sit and watch that and determine whether your body language is actually reflecting what you're trying to communicate. So is your body language and what you're trying to say consistent? Or how can you improve on how you non-verbally express yourself? So that's my number one tip for today. Then secondly, be prepared for behavioral interview questions. They're more than likely to come your way, and they are usually posed in the form of, tell us about a time when you demonstrated great customer service, excellent teamwork, you led a small team. You'll know, given your profession, what sorts of scenarios would be on an interviewer's mind, and they'll be expecting you to come up with a really good example, explain what happened, and tell them what your role in it was and what the outcome was. So a good thing to do is to think through some of these questions that might come up and have some examples ready, so that you are able to come up with a really good example that really demonstrates what they're looking for. And my third tip and last tip would be to research your company. It sounds like an absolute statement of the obvious, but so many interviewees arrive unprepared, knowing very little about the organization who's going to be interviewing them. So these days, with social media and the web, we've got LinkedIn, Facebook, there's absolutely no excuse. There's so many ways we can access information, and we can even resort to contacts within the organization, accessing annual reports. There are just so many options to really research and understand an organization before you present there for an interview. After all, if you're successful, you're going to be spending a significant amount of your time with this organization. Why wouldn't you want to know all about them? And it also enables you to ask more insightful questions during the interview as well, and demonstrates your professionalism, your organizational skills, and will put you in a very good frame of light. So overall, three tips from today: body language, film yourself, and pay attention to your nonverbal communication. Secondly, expect behavioral interviewing questions and go prepared to answer them with really great examples. And lastly, research your company and gather as much information as you can. And that should put you in a great position for a successful interview. So watch out for some more tips around job search coming soon. Thank you for listening to me.